Hey, Survivor. Welcome to episode 152 of the Vibrant Survivor podcast. This week was heavy. I know. I attended another court hearing in the murder trial that's part of my own story that I've shared here since the beginning. And what I experienced reminded me of something that I want you to understand. A narcissist will use anything and anyone to avoid accountability. But first, let's self-regulate with a 4-for-8 breathing exercise, if you'd like. And I invite you, if it feels safe, to close your eyes, get grounded in your seat, maybe roll your shoulders back. We'll inhale for 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 8. Ready? Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What do you notice in your body right now? Grab your notebook and pen, and let's dig in. Hey, Survivor. Welcome to the Vibrant Survivor podcast. Do you want to disconnect from a narcissistic or toxic situation and heal? Are you Googling how to identify a narcissist, narcissistic abuse, and boundaries? Are you feeling stressed and lonely while trying to avoid being sucked back in and lied to again? Hey, I'm Lesley. As a busy wife and mom, I fell for the lies and manipulations of narcissists. I wasted my time, talents, and money on users who kept moving the goalposts. I wanted real relationships and business opportunities and to enjoy life with my family. Instead, I struggled with anxiety, panic attacks, and insomnia, and I couldn't trust my body or anybody until I took a holistic approach to healing. In this podcast, you'll find tips for healthy living, trauma healing, and boundaries so that you'll have the freedom, confidence, and inner peace to respond, not react, after narcissistic abuse. Take a deep breath in, let it out slowly, and just relax. This time's for you. This week, I returned to court after being kind of out of the loop. And my goal was to find out what the heck was going on, what the latest was. I had noticed that there were no hearings scheduled on certain days when I thought there would be, and it was just kind of getting a little erratic. So I thought, you know what, let me go in, see what's going on, talk to the prosecutor, get an update, and find out what's next. So when I entered the courtroom, there was no jury present. The murderer wasn't there, just the attorneys and the judge and their respective teams discussing case references, logistics, scheduling, and next steps in the trial. And the whole thing took probably about an hour, so it wasn't long at all. And there was another individual who was present who apparently has been showing up in support of the murderer. And that's a whole nother story. But anyway, it was just us. So once we were dismissed, I walked out with the prosecution team, which gave me a chance to say hi, check in, get an update. And when I spoke with the lead prosecutor, she told me that the jury had actually gone into deliberation that morning that we were in this hearing. And I thought, oh, wow, like this is really happening. And she had said that they were in the process of poring over evidence and in an effort to determine guilt. And that the next phase, once they determined guilt, would be the penalty phase. And I thought, oh boy, it's getting real here. So I had the opportunity to ask her, like, well, what's going on? Did you get a transcript of my testimony? Because as I mentioned previously, I had sat down with her detective for 2.5 hours and basically gave him a chronological breakdown with receipts of everything that happened from my perspective from the time that I met this guy in 2016 up until the day after the murders in 2017. So she acknowledged that she had received that, she had, read through it and everything. And basically, she filled me in on kind of what the defense's strategy was in all this. And I thought, oh boy. So basically, she had mentioned that they were probably going to talk about the murderer's mother being heavy-handed with the belt, and also claimed that he had been sexually abused by multiple women, and that he had bipolar and dissociative disorders, and argue that there is no way that he could have planned the murders because he had lunch scheduled with my husband on the 29th of that year in December. And I'd just like to pause right there and just park on that, because that felt like a gut punch to me. I mean, it completely threw me off guard. I was not expecting it. And yeah, when she said that, I felt like this wave of sadness, guilt, and anger just come over me. And I felt guilty for ever exposing my family to someone who's even capable of this. I felt angry because even after being in jail for 8 years, this person is still manipulating and using me and mine, even in court. So, one thing to understand about the Narcissist Playbook is that they will often weaponize empathy, even the empathy of people who they have targeted and harmed. They will twist the narratives to create confusion, get people to pity them, or to justify their behavior. And they will even recruit other people, even in the legal system, if they can, and draw them into their illusion of victimhood, or get them to help to promote or paint this illusion of victimhood to others. And one thing that the prosecutor had said to me when we were walking out, and she was, explaining to me this defense strategy, is that we don't think that he has any disorder. He's a narcissist. And in that moment, I felt a little validation. And I mean, that's it. Like, narcissists don't take responsibility. They rewrite reality in order to avoid taking responsibility. And at the end of the day, this guy is not getting out. So this isn't a question of like, oh, well, he might go free and, oh, he might, go back out into society. That's not what's happening here. It's basically a matter of life or death. And so they are throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks, because at this point they're fighting for his life. So this kind of thing, as far as the narcissist not taking responsibility and rewriting reality to avoid it, doesn't just happen in a murder trial. I get it. Like, my situation is rather extreme, but that's okay. It's the same pattern of behavior. It doesn't just happen in murder trials, it shows up in families, which I have also experienced and shared about. It happens in workplaces. It happens in relationships, whether they're romantic or friendships or fake friendships, acquaintances, and the like, neighbors, you name it. Anytime someone refuses to own their harmful behavior and they deflect or manipulate other people into doubting their reality or doubting what's true, it's the same dynamic. And side note, it can be re-traumatizing. And while I was talking to the lead prosecutor, I had a moment where I went all the way back to 2017 after Christmas and felt a lot of that emotion all over again. The body keeps the score. It's interesting to note that a 2021 study found that individuals with narcissistic traits exhibit high levels of externalization of blame, meaning they consistently attribute failures or wrongdoing to others rather than themselves. And this self-protective distortion or this self-protective tactic helps maintain their fragile sense of superiority and helps them to avoid guilt or shame for their behavior. And that is exactly what I saw playing out in the courtroom. And not in the courtroom per se, but as I was talking to the lead prosecutor and getting insights about how the defense is going to position their arguments, especially over the course of the penalty phase, because that's what's up next. That's what was playing out, this kind of desperate attempt and distorted attempt to blame shift, deny responsibility, and rewrite the truth. And using other people to accomplish that, like no matter what. So some things that I've learned from this is that it is very dangerous to underestimate the manipulation of the narcissist. It's like you can't use logic or apply logic and accountability to someone who has deliberately made it their mission to avoid the truth. But you can protect your peace, you can stick to your story, and you can focus on your healing by staying grounded in reality, and that would be your reality. Shout out to the lead prosecutor in this murder trial. She has been so compassionate, steady, and very clear on who and what she and her team are dealing with. And as someone connected to this situation, that's very validating and it's very reassuring. I feel like she's on it, and I trust her and what she's doing and the process, even though it's been painful, to be honest with you. I mean, I was kind of embarrassed. I cried a little the other day as I was talking to her and listening to her share all this stuff with me. But at the end of the day, I had time to reflect, to do some deep breathing, to spend some time really praying about it and surrendering to this process. And I believe that the truth will prevail. So the narcissist's goal isn't to accept accountability. It's actually to escape responsibility. no matter who gets hurt or who they drag into the process. Remember, their chaos is not your closure. Thanks for tuning in, Survivor. Your courage matters. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. If this podcast has helped you understand who and what you're dealing with, sharpen your discernment, and move forward on your healing journey, share it with another survivor. Help me help others by leaving a review for the show. And let's connect on social. Take a screenshot, share it in your IG stories, find and tag me at The Vibrant Survivor, and I'll share your post too. I look forward to connecting with you on IG and seeing you back here. You're not alone, and you're not crazy. Know who you're dealing with, know who you are. Take care, and I'll meet you back here next week. Bye-bye.